I'm back with another good read. This one is really, really important. I want to touch base with your guys. I want to touch on this. This is going to probably be this. This is. I think this is going to be a long one because we got so many topics and we got so many points to hit on why the so-called black men is not doing their job. Why the so-called black men is called black men. Why we call African Americans. You know, we're gonna touch a little bit on everything, and we're gonna just break things down. I don't want to make this a long, but this probably be long, and I don't really care. This is to go out to K Michelle, how she went on her rant about the indigenous men of this earth, and we definitely gonna touch on this. We are the indigenous men of this earth. And K Michelle, if you get this video and you get this content, we are not black men. Okay, we are not African American. We are not African, especially over here in the West. Our titles are called the Uply God Right Ones. We are the descendants of the Uply God Right Ones, and the Uply God Right Ones are the ancient ancestors. We have to break down things from a biblical sense before Christ's time on who we are, the first people in creation, the indigenous people who are the right hand of the creator, the alpha omega and everything in creation. We are the creator and he created us. He duplicated himself and he created mankind, basically. He created man. He breathed his no beginning and no end energy into mankind. That's why we don't have a beginning and we don't have a end. We don't have a beginning and we don't have an end. Only our flesh of this physical world have a beginning and an end. But our spirit is immortal and cannot be destroyed because it is a piece of his existence. Do you understand that begets not nor is there begotten? Do you understand where I'm coming from? We are a piece of his glory, a piece of his existence, which he duplicated himself. This is an actual true facts. So these are the things that we need to bring forth to our communities all around the world, coming from a spiritual sense, coming from a spiritual world. See, when you don't have the foundation of understanding and knowledge, wisdom, understanding on who we are called black and we are called African Americans. These very attributes and very titles are beneath us. These are beneath of these names. These names are offensive to us, basically. We are called the uply God right ones because the reason why we are called the uply God right one because we was created right for balance and justice upon the earth to keep justice and balance upon the earth. We are the first creation in mankind to civilize all civilization, all mankind. K Michelle. You see, you need to get with some elders and you need to get with certain people that can drop knowledge, wisdom, and understanding on you and show you from a spiritual sense on who the indigenous men are, us. Right? It's always been a big campaign to destroy the foundation, mankind, us, us, the uply God right ones. It's always been a campaign since the beginning of creation of man, of Adam. This is an actual true facts. K Michelle and anybody else who think just like her. Now I'm not coming at you because at some point in time you've been brainwashed to believing that the so-called black man, I don't like to use those terminology. We're not black and we're not African American and we're not African. Okay? So You've been brainwashed and indoctrinated to believe that we need to step up as men. How can we step up as men where that we in our very communities, our very societies, right? Physically, mentally, spiritually, it's been a war against us, and we've been indoctrinated to believe that we are the black man and the African man and anything else, right? We lost our culture, we lost our teaching, we lost our spirituality. It's been placed with this barbaric, evil, twisted, demonic way of life, devil, demon, right? This gangster persona life on all type of level, us killing each other. It's been procreated in our neighborhoods. It's been procreated in our very DNA with drugs, alcohol, and guns to kill each other. And it's being procreated, indoctrinated, right? Through fame, fortune, and riches, as certain neighborhoods are plagued with what? With poorness, no guidance, no information, no nothing, with sickness and everything else that's plaguing us on every type of level, right? How can we fight this as men? How can we fight this as the individuals, men of this earth? The foundation which the Creator created was Adam and breath, his spirit, the ruh inside of mankind, and that's how mankind became life. When this barbaric, evil, twisted, demonic way of life is a devil and is the op that we cannot see. And it's been a big campaign to destroy our civilization. It has been a big change to indoctrinate our queens and our women to put us on child support, to divorce us, to take everything that we build as we go on and fight in the wilderness, right? To become nothing in life, to become, like you said, these black men and African Americans, which these titles are beneath us. We are called the ugly god white one, right? Which the government has placed the black man, right, in all of these programs to kick us out the house and to place food stamps, welfare, right, housing, healthcare. You don't need a man once you have these things. You don't need a man, right? You don't need a man. You are psychologically what? Are indoctrinated to believe that you don't need the man, the actual man, the physical man. Because you know what? We are plagued with drugs, guns, and alcohol. This is not our fault. This has been a big campaign to destroy us. So once you destroy the descendants and the ancestors, what do you have? You have children there. You have women and children there, males and females. They lost the teachings of the up the God right one of the ancient ancestors. You can teach them. You can indoctrinate them. You can tell them to go over here. You can tell them to go over here. And throughout ages and years upon years of being killed and destroyed, hung from trees, burnt, and everything else, you lose the way. So now you procreate a new civilization among the indigenous people to teach them, right, on what you're supposed to teach them, meaning the wrong way. You don't teach them what their ancestors had taught them because their ancestors was killed and destroyed and buried and burnt. Do you understand that? So now you just got children there. So the children don't know no better. So now in they very DNA civilization, they procreate at a certain age, and they forget the teaching. They forget the spirituality, and they go on right in life, learning from this barbaric, evil, twisted, demonic way of life. This is a fact. But what they don't understand that you can't kill spirituality. You may kill physical, but spirituality is a long line on spirituality. It passes in the very DNA, the very bloodline. Somebody's going to rise up to warn everybody on who they are, to bring the teachings of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a spiritual sense in the spiritual world. Somebody's going to do it. And it's going to be a big fight. And I believe that I'm one of the persons that here that's going to lead us to the light, That's going to lead us to knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's going to lead us to the Alpha Omega, to creating everything in existence, the Almighty, to worship Him, to get back to the fundamental of spirituality, to get back the fundamental of telepathically talking to one another and using telenesis. Do you understand that? This is what we must do, K. Michelle. Everything starts from a spiritual sense. It starts from a spiritual sense. It don't start from a physical sense. Everything, the foundation of spirituality. We have to get back to that. We have to understand who we are. We are called the N words. Y'all called the B words, the H words, trash, nothing, and we looked upon and we looked upon as nothing in life, which fell from grace. We didn't fall from grace by choice. We fell from grace by those fighting. And we put up a fight. We have put up the fight and we have always fought for this land, K. Michelle. This is our land over here in the West. This is our land that was taken from us by force of all of these nations backdoored us. So you need to get with the ancient with your ancient ancestors and to understand who we are. Do you understand that? This is why we have to do what we have to do and sit up here to do what? To reteach all of us on who we are. We are not black, we're not African American, and we're not African. We did not come from Africa. We came from right here in the Western Hemisphere. We've been here. Just because we got the same color doesn't mean that we are the same civilizations. Do you understand that? We had to breed with the African to save this bloodline. Our titles are called the Uply God Right One over here in the West. We taught all civilizations. We civilized everything in existence besides the Creator. Do you understand that? So the real enemy is things that you cannot see, is the op. So all these programs are here to replace the indigenous man, the foundation of creation, to lead the nations all around the world to the Creator. All these campaigns and all these programs is to get rid of the foundation man of creation. And all we here is to keep balance and justice upon the earth. We don't care about your color. We don't care about that. We are here to lead all civilization, whether it be black, Chinese, white, it doesn't matter. We don't care. We are here to civilize the world. And our very DNA, it bridges the gap from this world into the next. We have the DNA, we have the tools, we have the technology to get us there. Even though it's suppressed by drugs and alcohol and darkness upon darkness, dumb, deaf, and blind, we have the keys. This is why it's been a big campaign to kill us with alcohol, drugs, and guns, and prisons, organ donors, and all this other stuff, which is plaguing us on all type of levels. Special spirituality. Spirituality, that's the foundation. You got to kill that. You got to kill the belief of there is a creator and replace him. They've been trying to dethrone him for a very, very long time, K. Michelle. This is why the so-called black man is being destroyed. This is why. So I would like you to get this message out to K. Michelle because she may not know and understand from a spiritual point of view on who we are. On who we are. We've been debased, like you said, bees and hoes and black men and African American and all this other stuff. We are called the Uply God Right One. That's the first title. And all of the ancestors that came before us, they did not know this. They didn't know the original title of us because the language, we never had no language. We talked telepathically to one another. We always kept the secrets to one another. That's why it was forbidden to write scrolls and to write everything down. Do you understand that? This entity did that because he's been trying to dethrone the Alpha Omega Creator, everything in existence Almighty for years upon years, with the help of mankind, which is helping them, which is leading the path of darkness and evilness and ignorance amongst us. Which what we was created of the highest form of creation. Mankind is. That's right, Adam. We are the creator and the creator is us, K Michelle. This is an actual true fact. Please like, share, subscribe, and get this information out to her. She needs to she needs to check this out. She needs to look at this on who we are and who she is as a queen and what is her duties. We've been backdoored by fame, fortune, and riches. Fame, fortune, and riches. That's right. The descendants been killed. And until this world fulfill their oath and fulfill their agreement with the ancient ancestors, it would be chaos, chaos, chaos going on. Fulfill the agreement. All civilizations all around the world fulfill the agreement towards the ancient ancestors through the descendants. Peace.